Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayana. If you are new here, we're back today with another weight loss video. In today's video, I'm just sharing my top tips for intermittent fasting. So this is for the person who has really been struggling, who doesn't know where to start, doesn't know what to do, and really just can't seem to figure out how this intermittent fasting thing works. This is for you. I have another video here that I will link above now. That kind of goes more into the science. This is just assuming that you've already seen that video or you already know about intermittent fasting, and this is like how to start as a beginner. Many of you know I was 210 pounds. I lost about 30 pounds with intermittent fasting alone over a course of several months, really not making any other dietary changes. When I started to really hone in on my nutrition as well as intermittent fasting, that's when the weight just fell off. So this is where I would start if I was starting with intermittent fasting for the first time. So the first thing is intermittent fasting can be very stressful if you jump all in at one time. So if you start with alternate day fasting and you have never done it before, that is going to be too much. You are going to be battling hunger. And I will tell you this, if you are battling hunger, you are in a fight that you have already lost. Battling hunger is going to win every single time. You should not be hungry while you are doing intermittent fasting. When you get hungry, it's time to eat. How I would recommend is to look at how you eat now. If you eat every, let's say 12 hours, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., shave off an hour from the top and an hour from the bottom. If that's easy, shave off another hour from the top and another hour from the bottom. So in other words, start your first meal at 9 and then have your last meal, instead of at 8, have it at 7. If that's easy, go to 10 and then 6. And really, ideally, you should be doing a 6-hour eating window. That's kind of like a starting place for a person who's doing intermittent fasting. I currently do OMAD. If I'm not doing OMAD, then I'm doing a 4-hour eating window. So I fast for 20 hours and then eat every 4 hours. I did at one point do alternate day fasting. Again, I was battling hunger and that's why I couldn't sustain that. But if you're able to do that, the weight is going to fall off. And again, I have another video where I go into what's happening metabolically within your body. It's not magic, it's science. My next tip for intermittent fasting is to try to incorporate either a low carb diet or ketogenic or Atkins lifestyle. Intermittent fasting allows you to kind of switch the metabolic switch and start tapping into fat burning. Ketogenic diet kind of does the same thing without fasting, without having to fast. So it mimics fasting. And the Atkins diet to some degree does the same thing. It allows you, if your carbs are low enough, to kind of get into ketosis. The problem with protein and not healthy fats is that protein does sometimes breaks down into carbohydrates. So it's not as efficient as a ketogenic diet, but it still works. Low carb, for me, I eat 50 to 100 carbs a day. A low carb lifestyle is with somebody with my build, my metabolism. This is what I have to do in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. My third tip for intermittent fasting is to learn the tips and the tricks to fighting hunger. Hunger is your worst enemy when it comes to intermittent fasting, because that's what's going to cause you to break your fast, right? You're starving, you're hungry. One of the things that I mentioned is carbonated beverages. So Diet Coke I don't love because of the artificial sweeteners, but carbonated water, flavored carbonated water, those are really good. Now that I'm a pro, I don't need that as much, but when I first started, those carbonated beverages really helped to kind of fill me up. Another supplement, and I'll grab it in a second, is the Glucomannan supplement. When you take the supplement, it expands in your stomach when you drink it with water. It turns gelatinous and it expands. It's fiber. It's a natural fiber, but expands, leading to satiety or leading to the sensation of being full. Glucomannan is going to be your thing when you are doing this. I struggled a little bit with intermittent fasting initially. Once I got that Glucomannan on board, child, it was easy. So I highly recommend picking up Glucomannan. I have it linked in the description box below, the one that I use. You can use this several times a day. You're supposed to take it 30 minutes before a meal, but you can use it up to 3 times a day with your 3 meals while you're intermittent fasting. When I first found this supplement, it was a game changer for me. So if you're struggling, try the Glucomannan. It really, really does help. Another thing that helps to suppress the appetite is high fiber, high protein meals. Do not juice. If you don't like vegetables and you want to put them in a smoothie, make a smoothie. Do not juice because you take the fiber out of your drink. Now, I've had people say to me, I've been juicing, I've been doing this, and with intermittent fasting, you're drinking sugar water. I understand juicing has a lot of nutritional benefits. If you want to detox and you want to get healthy, juicing is great. If you want to lose weight, don't juice. You can drink smoothies because the fiber is in there. It's going to slowly move through the digestive system and be absorbed into the bloodstream. It's not going to just cause a blood glucose spike and then a dump of insulin. It's just stay away from juice. I explain this in a few of my videos, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it short. Just don't juice. You should be replacing your drinks, if you can, with water. Now, you can add some fruits in your water just to give it a little splash of flavor, but start to pull juice out of your diet because it really is very high in sugar. It's counteracting what you're trying to do with intermittent fasting, just metabolically. Slowly start to move into a fitness routine, because when you exercise, especially when you go into high intensity exercise, your body understands that you just burnt a lot of calories. Your body tends to want to make up those calories. So not necessarily right after you're exercising, but later on in the day, you start to become ravenous. And people overeat sometimes when they're physically active. So take it slow. Go for walks. Don't stress the body out. You don't want to raise your cortisol levels. Go for walks, long walks if you need to, brisk walks, walk, jog. Keep it very, very low intensity so that your body doesn't have that hunger response to that high intensity exercise. Those are my tips. Comment any questions below. I want to know what you're eating. Don't just tell me intermittent fasting is not working. Tell me what you're eating, how many calories you're eating. I always mention calculate your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. You can just go on Google and type in BMR calculator. That's gonna tell you pretty accurately how many calories you burn at rest with no physical activity, just how much calories your body needs for the day in order to keep itself functioning. You can eat at your BMR or slightly below your BMR. It's gonna put you in a caloric deficit. It's gonna lose weight. High fiber, high water content, things that are really gonna fill you up without being much calories. Vegetables, you can go ham with vegetables. If you like vegetables, eat bowls of vegetables because they're low calories, they're no to low carbs, and they fill you up because of the fiber. They move very slowly through your digestive system. Intermittent fasting is not a diet. It's not something that you should do to lose. It's literally a lifestyle, and it helps you to attain and maintain weight loss simply by just changing the way that you're eating. So it's a no-brainer. Everyone should be doing it. It should be literally part of your lifestyle. That's it. Comment any questions below. Hope this video helped. Now we'll see you next time in the next one. Take care.
Yeah, better when you mad me. Yeah, you got better when you mad me. Admit it. You said you